Good evening, guys. Hello. Look at the camera. Welcome to my running journey. And today I'm doing something slightly bit different. I am not running. I am not waking up at 3:30 in the morning to support other people. I've got a special guest. I've got someone who's a professional runner. No?
Social.
He's done how many ultras has he done? 3.
Social runner, not professional.
This is my friend Vincent. My friend Vincent is all the way from
Kenya.
What does that mean?
That's my flag.
Kenya. I want this thing, eh?
You're not Kenyan.
This is my friend Vincent, and he's all the way from Kenya. Vincent has done 20 marathons and how many ultras? 3. And
Yep.
3 ultras. And he's going to be my special guest for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. But before I start, we're going to play a game. Yeah? We're going to play a game. What subjects did you do in school?
Oh my goodness. Do you know when last I was in school?
Okay. You're revealing your age, but okay.
God damn, like 45 years ago.
How old are you? Okay.
Almost 60.
Never would have guessed. Okay.
Where did you see a 60-year-old looking this good?
Okay. My man, question one. Question one.
Uh-huh.
How long have you been here, first of all, in South Africa?
South Africa, this is the, what year?
More than 10 years?
It's more than 10 years.
More than
Since
10 years.
2008.
Okay. I don't know how many years since then, but it's more than 10
Mathematics
years.
is over 15
What
years.
is the capital city of South Africa?
My goodness. Well, this is the only country that has got about 4 capital cities. So I know there is
Okay.
Pretoria, there is Johannesburg.
Name
there is
one.
all those. Pretoria.
Okay. No, that's right. Very right.
Is it right?
Okay, yes, we were.
Oh, wow. Should be
Okay.
a South African now.
Next one. Name 3 capital cities in Africa. Capital cities
Of course.
in Africa.
I start with my own country, Nairobi.
No, it's right.
Yes.
It's obvious. Next.
Lagos.
Okay.
That's in
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Okay.
And
Don't say Pretoria.
why can't I say Pretoria?
You already mentioned it in the first question.
Really? Kigali.
In Rwanda. The geography. Rwanda.
Clearly you passed.
Okay. But on a serious note, really thank you for doing this interview with me. I think the main purpose of me actually starting this channel, is to share running stories and sport conversations.
Yep.
People don't understand running. They don't understand why we do it. They don't understand how we do it. So thank you. Really thank you. I really appreciate it. So, like out of all the sports that you can do, there's rugby, there's swimming, there's golf. Why long distance? Why cross country?
Let me say this. To start off with, I was never a sports person. I hated football in school.
Okay.
When I was in primary school, because I went to the field and one of the boys just hit my toe and it bled so badly, and I hated football since then. I hated running also, but I had to do it because it was one of the requirements in school. I was in a boarding school, by the way.
All boys.
Does it matter? All boys?
I'm just asking. Look, Nama was in boarding school, but it wasn't all boys, it was girls. And
No, my primary school was all boys. Then
Okay.
in high school, it was mixed. So boys and girls.
okay.
And we used to be woken up so early in the morning, I think sometimes around 4:30 to do a few laps in the field, which made me hate running. But fast forward, I think it's a sport that I've come to love for all the various reasons, and I'm sure those are things that we'll get into as we go along.
Funny enough, you mentioned something which is part of my next question. You're from Kenya.
Yep.
So when I watch the Olympics, or when some of you guys watch the Olympics, especially when it comes to athletics, and then let's say top 5, all you would see literally is Kenya, Kenya, Ethiopia, or Ethiopia, Kenya, Kenya, Kenya. So, do you think ne, where you come from played a role in the sportsman that you are. Because why? I feel like in Kenya, compared to other African countries, or let me compare it to South Africa, they prioritize running. I mean, if it's in school, if they say, okay, obviously it's part of the sport that you have to do you think that being from Kenya played a role in the sportsman that you are? Or is it just the fact that you learn to love running? Because I mean, you moved here to South Africa, you could have easily switched.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And funny enough, I never ran while in Kenya.
You never?
My running journey started in South Africa.
Okay.
You see, so that's the weird part. So I know just because the fact that Eliud Kipchoge himself is from Kenya, and you know he's the GOAT.
Obviously.
You know. So wherever you mention Eliud Kipchoge, the next thing is, oh, he's from Kenya.
He's from Kenya.
And now everybody, even when I go running, everybody just asks me, oh, you're from Kenya. That's why you run this way. That's why you run so fast. That's why you do this.
Like me.
And I'm like, you know, it's not, running is not something that is actually attached to your birthplace or where you come from. It's something that you learn. You can either learn it or you're either born with it as a gift. Because look, we have got incredible runners from Jamaica. We've got incredible runners from South Africa.
Yeah, but like long distance to be specific. Look, they really like.
But look at the guys who scooped Comrades, a whole 90 Ks.
Yeah, but they learned it like with me. You get introduced to it and then you learn to love it.
Absolutely.
It wasn't forced in me at school.
And let me tell you, in Kenya, we also got some people who hate running.
But my point is there's 80, like majority of people from Kenya.
Not really. Let me put it this way. Most of the runners that you see, if you go deeper and like search into their roots, you will find that they are from a particular region. You know, like the Highlands, Iten, where Kipchoge's training ground is.
Okay.
So they are almost. It's not a tribal thing, but they are almost people from the same tribe.
Okay.
You see, the Kalenjin. We have got good runners like from other regions, but 90% of those athletes or people who perform very well are the Kalenjin. You see, so and Kalenjins are not like from all over the country. They're just from a particular section of the country.
Of the country.
Now, go to parts of Western Kenya. Those guys don't run. They've got one guy there called Fredo Manyala who's becoming very good at 100 meters. I think he's going to be the next big thing if he's not yet. But then that's it. If you go to the coastal province, running is not so much. It's not so big. You see.
But I think, like you mentioned, Eliud Kipchoge has placed Kenya on the map. So now when people like me see that, they're like, oh, I'm from Kenya. That's how you run. Because
the question pops everywhere I go. The question pops. Even when you go running.
If I were you, I would carry it with so much pride.
I do.
You must bring me that thing there. So that, that's how I figured you from Kenya. I didn't know. And I was like, oh, you're from Kenya. And I was like, my friend.
The runner.
Listen.
Yes.
I was going through your Strava yesterday. Ne? For those who don't know, what is Strava?
It's a tracking app for your running activity.
But it's like social media here nowadays. It's like a running social media.
Let me tell you one thing, just before you proceed, sorry to cut you off. If there is one thing that we really put a runner down, is the running not being recorded on Strava. Imagine you go for a run and your Strava doesn't sync. That's why people when you say I'm going to run, then we say it's okay, go do your thing. We'll look at it
on
in
Strava.
So there's a famous saying: if it's not on Strava, it never happened.
It's like running social media. So I didn't know about Strava until you mentioned it, because I use a different running app. And then when you mention it, and then it's like, for example, so if I go for a run, and then it records obviously the distance and the pace per minute. Ne? Yes, I don't understand the heart rate part yet, but that's a different discussion. So the main thing about Strava, it will record the route the area ne? And in the distance and in the pace per kilometer, right? And then people post it. Some will say morning run, mind you, they did a 60K, like what you did that like last week. His morning run was a 60K, but the story for another day. I've seen your Strava there, and I've come to a conclusion that, like we've discussed, that running for you now, it's not a hobby, it's a passion, it's a lifestyle. And I know you've got a demanding job, ne? So your day-to-day life, like how do you do it? And how do you incorporate all your training, because I know you train. How do you incorporate all your training plans into your day-to-day life, including work? So that people like me don't have an excuse and say, I'm tired because of work. Because I use that all the time. Work is always an excuse.
There's one thing that you need to realize later. If you love something, you will make the time for it.
And you're going to say that.
And you know what?
It's true.
And it's in all
It's
areas.
true.
It's in all aspects of our life. If you love someone, you will make time
You'll
for
make
them.
time for them.
Correct?
That's true.
So, just think of your favorite
TV
movie
show.
or TV show.
You'll make time.
You know, it will be showing at
It's
6 o'clock, and I'm still at work by 5 o'clock. I need to rush home.
Make up a lie.
You know, I need to rush home to go and catch up on this series because there is a new one that has just come out. And you know, subconsciously, what is that? You're creating time for something that you love.
You love, true.
My job is very demanding, and especially during these times of the month, you know, end month, post end month, the first 2 weeks. It's long nights, it's early mornings, and I will not say that I'm very disciplined, especially when it comes to training, because God knows, my running partners know that I hardly train, but the slightest opportunity that I get, I go out.
And how many Ks do you cover a week? What is your goal per week? Because some people are like, I need to do 50 Ks for this week. And then as time goes on, they need to increase. Obviously, there's a time frame to it.
For someone who does high mileage like me, would say
a week.
Someone in my space, maybe with lots of time at their hands, targets about 150 Ks to 200 Ks.
A week.
A week. So you're looking at short runs,
which is how
speed work during the week,
what
and
is
then
short
long
runs? What is short runs?
10, 15.
Okay, that's fine.
You see a 15K here, 21K there.
Is that is a short run? 21K.
Levels. Anyway, so you see, that's what they target. But for me, because I only have the weekends to myself, then I only get to train on the weekends, and it's not training per se, because it's about hearing we've got a long run this weekend, we've got a 40K that we are doing some place, we've got a 21, or there is a race, like a proper
race.
Yes, then I will attend. But apart from that, I think for me, I train when I get the opportunity. When I get the chance, then I will definitely do that. And I know when I'm tired from work in the evenings, I get home and I really want to lay, but then I just tell myself, I need to go out. I need to go out and get some mileage, because it's a passion, and it's also a space where I get to be with myself, a place where I get to reflect
100%.
on my day, a place where I get to connect with myself, because during the day it's all about everybody else, It's me, it's my work, it's assisting this person here, there is questions here, there are things that you need to do. So when do you ever have time for yourself? So when I have that time for myself,
you run.
Then I run, because when I'm out there, then I can be able to process things that I couldn't process during the day when I was at work. I can be able to reflect on a lot of things, and it's also a distressing mechanism for me.
100%. So, me, I haven't ran in a long time, maybe 2 months, and you've got the discipline. I don't. But what's harder, mental prep or physical prep in general?
I think it's the mental prep.
Why?
Just like with anything else that you need to do, it doesn't start from from outside. Like your body doesn't tell itself, get up, go put your running shoes and go run. No, it starts in the mind. When you're sleeping and your alarm goes off and you go like, I think I need to do a run. I need to do a 5Ks. The moment you conceive it in the mind, the body activates it.
Got you. That's true.
So if you can prepare everything, you can be physically fit, you can be good, you can be everything, but then if the mind is not in it,
there's no discipline.
Trust me, it will never happen.
It will never happen.
Never.
Because that's what I struggle with. I think mental prep. Because running is
because you want to run home and go catch up on that Netflix thing. What is that
yesterday
series that you're watching?
Yesterday you were texting me. I was watching a movie. I was like, oh, this guy. I was watching a movie. I was watching a movie. And I'm like, this guy. Can you just wait? I think that's what I struggle with. Is the discipline. I have it, but I can't maintain it. I can't maintain it. I'm struggling.
Let's call it consistency.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have consistency. I love it. It's a beautiful sport. I love it. I love the rewards. But the consistency is what I'm struggling with.
Do you feel maybe it's because you lack motivation?
I was gonna say environment. Yeah, I do like motivation.
But please do not talk about the environment later, because you come from one place.
Next
and
question. Next question.
We've talked about this a million and one times.
It's about you, it's not about me.
No. Okay, let it be about you a little bit.
Next
Your
question.
area
I know
has the best training grounds.
I know.
Do you know how many times I've come to run in your area? I'm
alone most of the time, and I struggle to train alone. I hate training alone. That's why I asked you that question. Remember I asked you about Sanlam, but leave that. I can't train alone, and that's what I struggle with, because when I'm alone, I'm comfortable. I don't increase that pace per kilometer because there's no one to push me. I don't want anyone to baby me, but some motivation is what I need.
But you see, which is quite good, but then you see, the initiative has to come from you.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. It's like the discipline.
So if you say, I want to start running, show me what you got, then I meet you halfway. Because if you have got nothing, that's and we true. Start, and then you'll always depend. You know what it is like. It's like, and this is something that I think I've been caught up in before, where I relied so much on group trainings, and all the time I would be like calling my friends, guys, are you going for a run today? Yes. No. Okay, then I'm also not going for a run. Back to the blankets. But you see, you need to overcome that.
That's true.
It needs to come from you. You need to show the initiative. You need to go out there. And where does that start again from?
True. Mamela, remember I was training for the marathon in Feb.
Yes.
I was so proud of myself. No, I started in November and I was consistent. I was consistent, Shoaib. I was. But obviously the problem became when I didn't meet the goal in Feb. Then I got demotivated. That's why my last run was end of Feb, and then I didn't run till
Is that the run where I asked for splits?
Yes.
For 17 years.
Moving on. It's the discipline and recovering from disappointment. That's where I struggle. Okay. But we're gonna have that on a separate Dr. Full session.
Okay.
But you know what now? We've got Comrades coming up. Are you excited? I'm excited for you. I mean, you're the only person I know, you and the other person, that have run Comrades. I don't know anyone else. Never in my life. That's why when I found out you ran Comrades, I was like, and he's from Kenya. I was like, I even told my mom, but I didn't show me. She looked at because she understands these things. She understands. Are you excited? Fourth
Very.
time. Fourth. Now, ne? Now.
Let's put it this way.
Okay, so you've done it 3 times.
Let's put it this way. So, I've done it. Actually, this year will be
The 4th.
No, the 5th time. But remember when COVID struck, all running was cancelled. But we did it virtually.
Alone.
When was the first? Was it in 2020?
2020.
Yes, 2020. I just got 2 guys, so it was just the 3 of us, and we
I
covered
saw
90 k's here in Cape Town.
Never. So those who don't know, Comrades is it the biggest one in the world? It's the largest one.
No, it's not really, because you've got your 100 milers.
No, but ultra, but okay. It's the largest ultra marathon in the country. Let's put it there. Ne?
They call it the ultimate human race.
It's the ultimate human race. Once a year
in June.
In Durban. In Durban, Kaloku, not the month. It's in Durban. This year it's in June. Last year was in August.
But you know that it alternates.
I know. So it's once a year in Durban, and that is from Pietermaritzburg to Durban. Or Durban to
Pietermaritzburg.
So if it's Pietermaritzburg to Durban, it's a down run.
Don't be fooled by that.
This is how they explain it. It's a down run. So if you run from Durban to Pietermaritzburg, it's a up run.
Apparently.
It's an up run.
And
not anyone and everyone can run Comrades. I will know that. You have to qualify. Right? So you have to run a marathon. See, I did my research. You have to run a marathon in 4 hours and 50 minutes on the dot. 4:50 is the qualifying time for a marathon. And for ultra, like 2 Oceans, it's 7 hours. Right? And you must belong to a running club. You belong to a running club. It's this busy running club. I'm not going to mention it. Your running club is busy. I don't
For those who do not know,
don't say negative.
it is the coolest running club. It is the coolest running club. Do you know we are the envy of this town?
I like the other one, the orange team. I like the orange team.
Let me tell you, if you're not in red, you're not in any running club.
No, I don't like the red. It's too busy for my liking.
It's called Fat Cats Athletics Club.
You know they're gonna attack me.
Who's gonna attack you?
Okay. So with Comrades, they've got 9 different medals. Ne?
Do they have 9?
It's 9, Meskati. There's 9.
Really?
There's 9. Let me break it down for you. Ne? So you've got 12 hours to finish Comrades, right? So then you get the finishers medal. That's called the finishers medal. I'm gonna name 5. I don't know the other 4.
Oh, you just said you know 9.
But there's 9.
Yeah.
There's
Break
9.
them down.
I don't know. I only know 5.
Can we Google on the side?
Because the other ones, they don't have the times.
Yeah.
They are named after people, so I don't know what the whole significance of it. There's a finisher's medal, which you get if you finish Comrades in 12 hours. That is the cutoff time. Then you get the Comrades bronze medal, right? Yes, the bronze medal if you finish under 11 hours. Yes. Then you get the Comrades. Wait. Then there's the Robert. Wait. It's not
Robert
on
and
here.
Charlie.
Yes, it's not on here. It's not on my notes. Then you get the Robert Charlie, which is sub 8.
No.
Sub 9.
No.
So if you finish under 9 hours, you get a Robert.
Not under 9 hours. I think under 10 hours.
Under 10 hours. Then under 9 hours, it's the silver. No, I'm lying. The Bull Rowan medal, which is the one that you have. That's how many hours is that? 8. Sub 8.
No, in under 9 hours, you get your Bill Rowan.
Under 9 hours. And
Yes,
then the
under 9
Robert
hours.
is under 10 hours.
And then the Robert and Charlie is from 10.
It's 10 hours. It's
sub 10 hours, yeah.
And then you get Bull Rowan, which is the only one that he has. And then you will get the Comrades Silver, which is hard to get. So it's 90 Ks that you have to run under 7 hours and 30 minutes.
No. 7 hours, 30 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
And
that's
next, I think that's what I'm eyeing.
That's what you're eyeing this
I'll
year.
bring it. Not this year, probably. I don't think I'm ready for it.
But you ran a kilometer, what, like
But-
450? Isn't
but-
that what Gerda got?
Yes, but now the pace for that,
Silver.
the pace for silver
It's
is you're looking at
three-
you're looking at about between 440 and 450.
Per kilometer.
Yes.
Mine is like what, 630
Oh,
or
later,
7?
you had it 2016.
What? Okay, yeah, I don't know what you're saying. And then we have we have the Comrades Silver, which is
Yes.
7 hours and 30 minutes, and then you have the back-to-back medal. So, for example, he ran Comrades for the first time, then he got a medal. One thing, well, let me side note, I don't like Comrades medal because it's the longest ultra marathon, but it's got the smallest medal. It looks like 5 cents, literally. But anyways, he's got a back-to-back medal. So he ran Comrades once, then you got your medal. Which one is it here? Show me.
So the
Wait.
first one,
What was your time for this one? For the first one?
here it is. That was in 2019.
What is your time?
That was 9 hours 24 minutes.
What medal is that, Robert and Chad?
Yes.
5 rand coin, literally. It's nice, but I feel like they can do.
You see, it's even written Robert Mshali.
There we go. Look, I'm trying to remember and
Amara, they can't see it
understand.
properly.
There, it's in there. There.
Ah.
There we go. Anyways, this is your first one, And
Yes.
what's the time?
Can we zoom it again, please?
Do it. What's the time?
9 hours
9 hours and
24 minutes.
24 minutes. That's
Robert
the first
Charlie.
one,
And this
Okay, we
thing
get
is
it
so
now.
small.
We get it now. It's a 5 rand coin.
Eish.
So sad. Where's that to Ocean's medal? Is it gone?
It's here.
Can we just compare the medals, please? Why don't you hang his jog? Look at this. 56 Ks, 90 Ks. Next we have, which then 2020 we don't count that one because it's COVID, ne?
Yeah, and that was a virtual and.
And then this was your 2020.
Yes, but remember now in 2022, once you finish, you get 2 medals.
Yes.
So I got that and the back to back.
So the second Comrades there is a back-to-back medal, and you got 2.
But
This
you
is
only
so
get,
nice.
the back to back medal if you do them
Consecutively.
consecutively.
Yeah,
So if you
consecutively.
do one and then you skip another 2-3 years,
you can't,
you miss that.
You missed that. By the way, why don't you put your name on the Wall of Honor? I'm just asking.
It's
Wall
never,
of Honor.
it's never crossed my mind.
I don't understand how you people think. So the Wall of
But
Honor.
I'm just there to run.
The Wall of Honor. So when you complete Comrades, even if it's just once, there is I'm not sure at which kilometer point, there's like a wall. It's got like stones there. Whereas you can buy an emblem where it's like a piece of metal, it's got your name on it and your race number. And then you buy an emblem, it's 600 rand, then you put it on the rock. So every year that when you run Comrades, you can go there and take a picture next to your name, which is on the Wall of Honor. I'm just asking because I'm going to do that. I want to do a lot of things. And I don't have any race numbers because I asked him,
Is that a comrade's
I asked Vincent,
dream?
please bring your race number. And he says, I chucked them. I don't understand why, because I keep my race numbers.
Let me ask a question to you. So, why would I keep those race numbers?
No, the thing is,
Number one.
I think it's the type of person that I am. I'm a sentimental person. I keep it.
And
So
I told
that
you-
I know this is my first Comrades,
Uh-huh.
and then this is my green number, or this is my back-to-back number. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of on my side. I feel like it's a lot of admin, and by the time you get home, you don't put these clothes in the laundry, and
I know.
it's quick.
not a-
Hey, take the number out.
Yeah, some people really don't. They don't. Yeah, you're not the first person to
But
ask
we
me
keep
that
the medals.
question. But we keep the medals, obviously. Question: do you follow a training program? Because I know with Comrades there's like training programs. There's like books like what's this guy's name? Coach Parry. He's got a training program. Bruce Fordyce wrote a book, how to run your first Comrades, but in this case, it's not your first one. But do you belong to a training program?
No, never been.
As long as you cover your kilometers per week.
I've never belonged to any training program, and no disrespect to them. I've seen people that have started training programs and they have worked for them. But I don't know. I think, like when it comes to running, I will almost say it's something that just comes naturally. It just flows because of the deep passion that I have for it, the commitment that I have for it, and the resilience that I've built over the few years that I've been running. And again, I think it's my attitude towards running as well.
That's okay.
And I feel like if I'm given a program, which maybe at one time I would love to try, if I'm given a program, then that means I'm stuck to that. And what happens on the days that I cannot make it?
That's true.
What happens on the days where it says, the program says, you're supposed to go and do hill repeats. But I'm tired. What happens on the day where it says, you're supposed to cover 25 kilometers, but I don't feel like 25. So I do not like following programs. I like doing my own thing. I will run whenever I can, whenever I get an opportunity. And no, let me put it this way: not whenever I get an opportunity, because I always create those opportunities. My weekends, especially Saturday mornings. Please do not make any plans for me. Saturday mornings are for runnings. They are for long distances. Or even if it is just a small run, which is still fine. But Saturday and Sunday are my dedicated running days. So if somebody said, I'm giving you a program and you need to stick to it, this is what you'll be doing on Monday, I will let them down.
I've
on
tried
the
it.
first
I've
day.
tried it also. What's this guy's name? Vitsa? So he's got the program. Every week he posts one. Like you said, what happens on the day where I can't do 10Ks? I'm tired. It's raining. I'm tired. Not a big, But like I've mentioned, I haven't gained the resilience that you have. Whereas you will make time, and you've got a fixed schedule. I don't. My training program or my running goes according to my roster. You see what I mean? It's easy for someone when you have a fixed Monday to Friday job. It's very easy.
But also, I also find it tricky. Remember what we said about passion and about making time for what you love. I would think if I worked a job that was in shifts, say this week I'll be working on night shift, then I will do it in the mornings. I will do that in the morning. Why am I even saying that? Remember at one time, when you're gonna lie? No, I'm not gonna lie. When I worked in the restaurant.
Which restaurant?
I worked at Vista.
Oh, you worked at Vista. Oh, I don't know if I log you. I don't know.
Lord.
Oh, you worked at Vista.
I started off as a waiter.
Really?
Yes.
Now you are internal auditor.
Income auditor.
Same thing.
I started off as a waiter, and there are so many days that I actually went to a race without sleeping a wink, because Vista closes at around 11. No, by that time it used to close at 2 a.m. So we'd have guests sitting in the lobby, in the bar, and they finish at around. You can't chase them. Yeah, you can't chase. They finish around 1 to 2 a.m. Then you get home. It's about 4 in the morning. When do races start? They start at 6.
At 6.
So are you going to sleep for 30 minutes?
No, you can't.
No, I'll just get home, take off my uniform, get into my running clothes,
and go.
Hit the road, do that 21,
and then come back and
then
sleep.
Come back now and sleep. So can you make time? Yes. Is there time to do these things? Yes.
It's just the discipline that's not there. Before we go home, it's late. So I entered Masesa in here. with my advocacy being sports and recreation. The whole point of me starting this channel, like I mentioned, is I want to have sports conversations. I want to make people understand the whole running thing, but not just running, but sports in general, because I love it. Do you understand? So what role do you think sports and recreation play in society? Because I want to create or have, how do I put this? I want to create awareness regarding sports and recreation. I want facilities to be built and activities to be promoted so that there's people like you in our communities, not just you, but gay, since you're sitting here in front of me, so that I can create a platform to inspire and motivate people.
Well, you know, when I think about sports
and
recreation, sports touches every aspect of our life. I'll give you a very short thing that I always carry in my mind. You know, when it comes to to running. Supposing now, let's assume now we are going to do the Comrades. At the start of Comrades symbolizes the birth of a person.
Really?
No, not
okay.
That is my own theory.
Okay.
That is how I put it.
Okay.
So it symbolizes the birth of a person.
I think that was you. Okay.
You see, and you know, it's at the start. Everybody is excited. You know, there is this new baby now. You know, and just the way everybody is excited about the baby and all that. And the moment you hit the road, your life starts. This is running. You started hitting the road. This is you at birth. Your life has started.
Your life has started.
And running has got its own challenges, lots of them. By kilometer 65, you start wondering, oh my goodness.
Why did I do this?
Why am I doing this? Because you've got body parts aching that you actually didn't know existed in you.
I was running that marathon like this. My body part, at 30K, but continue.
So you see, equate that to our personal lives. We go through different stages in life, you know, as you know, while we cruise in life. So there are good moments, there are difficult moments, there are challenging moments, there are trials and tribulations, and that is exactly what you go through in a marathon. But just like in life, going all through those difficulties, they really change you, and they make you shift a lot of things in your life, because there is something that you're aiming for. There is something that you're aiming to achieve.
Gotcha.
Be it that job, be whatever that you want to get. Now, that is exactly the same way a runner perceives that finish point.
And then also, with running, whoever you start with doesn't mean you're going to finish there.
It's not the person that you will finish with.
Which means they were not supposed to be there to share that victory.
You see, and again now, and coming back to your question, you know, like tying the two to the project that you want to undertake, which I'm really, really, really proud of.
Thank
you.
you.
Know, like entering, it takes
guts
and a bold heart to get in there.
I sometimes have.
Not sometimes. We're not just like like the energy in you.
Ted, you're gonna go off topic now.
The energy in this woman. Oh my goodness. But you know what? I'm really, really proud of you. When I saw your status and everything,
Thank
I was
you.
just like,
I think also I want it's that sense of unity that sports does.
But you see,
and that sense of that unity in general, whether it be soccer or rugby or netball, if there's one thing that will unite people, it's sports in general. And if there's one thing that can build a community and a society, may it be young or old, it's sport.
And also remember one thing. When you line up at the start line, you don't have a white person there, you don't have a colored person there, you don't have an Indian, you don't have a black person, you don't have a fit person, unfit, disabled, you don't have any of those. What you have there are runners.
and
that
not
is
classified.
no one classifies you, no one categorizes you, and some may perceive themselves as but I'm slow runner, I'm weak. But here is the thing. We've got 10 kilometers to cover. You cover your 10 kilometers in 27 minutes because you're a very fast runner. I cover my 10 kilometers in 2 hours. Haven't we covered the same distance?
Yeah, but in different times. Yeah, but
different times.
Yes.
But we have covered the same distance. So let the times and experiences and expertise of whatever you're doing take away or define
the experience.
Exactly, the experience or the essence of what you want. And you know, running unifies people. It brings people together in such an amazing way. Because when you're out there on the road, everybody supports you. People who do not know you.
Like, you know,
and everybody is just coming. How can we help you? You know, how can we help you get to the finish? Are you okay? Do you need some water?
Do you want some sweets?
Do you need an energy? You know,
I know it so well.
You know,
and it's the best feeling to get that also to give it off. And
it is the community, and especially when I see, you know, even those children along the road, they're lined up there, and they're just go,
it's infectious because they grow up seeing it. Exactly. Now they start to repeat the cycle.
And also remember,
which is what I want to achieve. Yeah.
And even apart from that, also I think also look at the revenue aspect of it. I was just reading some statistics on Twitter on the revenue that was generated during Two Oceans. It was almost a whopping 700 million.
This year?
Yes.
But they didn't get you new medals.
No, it's not even about the medals, but remember the logistics that goes around planning.
Yeah,
but look at the way people traveled from overseas. All parts of the country.
It was a beautiful
just
race,
to come for Two Oceans.
2 Oceans and Comrades, yeah.
You see that passion, that drive, you know, of bringing people together, uniting people,
and passing it on to the younger generation,
and even to those people that support, you know, from their couches. Just somebody dedicating their time, somebody giving their time to you. They could be doing something else, but they're out there supporting you.
And my sister, funny enough, she didn't understand me watching these things. I got home from Two Oceans. She was watching the Boston Marathon repeat. I said to her, "You are in, my sister. You are in." You don't run.
It is infectious.
She hates running. She was watching and I'm like, "Are you okay? But you are in."
Yes, but you know that is what it does to you. That is the transformation that it brings in you. So you're going into Miss South Africa 2023 and binding it up together with the sport that you love so much, with that passion. I think you stand high chances.
And let's say even if I don't make it, I continue with what I was doing because this is what I feel like. No, when there's a purpose in life, I feel like this is my purpose.
You know,
maybe I'm not running, maybe I'm supporting. If I'm not supporting, I'm telling stories.
Look, this crown is not for any particular person.
It's time now because you can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Isn't that what we were here for?
Let me just say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning. Please comment, like. What is it? Comment, like, subscribe, and share, and hit the thumbs up button. My niece told me that. She said yesterday, you must tell people to comment, like, and subscribe.
Thank you so much for having me on your show, and for creating the time, and actually for waiting for me to finish my work.
It doesn't. It's fine.
Oh, it's just in you, eh?
Bye, guys.
And bye.
Thank you. I need to end this here.